With all this talk about a possible recession, you might be wondering how it affects you and what steps to take with your money. It's a legitimate concern, especially with inflation and stock market volatility in the mix. The first thing you should know is that a recession is essentially a prolonged economic downturn affecting the whole economy. With interest rates going up and the cost of food and energy hitting records, avoiding a recession might be tough. Getting ready for the realities of such a downturn means prepping for potential job cuts, ongoing layoffs, and market craziness. For your own good, though, think about beefing up your emergency fund, tackling high-interest debt, and making sure your investments have sufficient diversification. Sure, a recession brings uncertainty, but if you've laid the groundwork beforehand, it's easier to handle. We won't downplay the potential economic struggles, but freaking out isn't the answer. Take these 5 simple steps to safeguard your finances against a recession, whether it's 1 year or 10 years from now. Build an emergency fund. First things first, build up that emergency fund. Repeated studies have shown a majority of people can't handle a $400 emergency without breaking a sweat. Imagine if things get worse. Incurring debt or risking your home isn't fun. An emergency fund serves as an important tool for your overall financial well-being. Experts recommend setting aside 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses in such an account. If there are truly big signs for a recession, prioritizing saving upwards of 12 months might be worth it. Keep your emergency fund in a high-yield savings account so that you can reach it when you need to. This is not money meant for investing. Why is this fund so important? Well, life's unpredictable. Whether it's a surprise bill, job loss, or pay cut, having cash to cover these expenses is a no-brainer. And if your job is a bit shaky or unpredictable, maybe consider beefing up that fund even more. If you're not quite hitting that 6 to 12-month goal yet, start small. Aim for $1,000 to kick things off. After that, work your way up to covering a month's worth of essentials. These first steps lay down a solid foundation for your savings and a first step towards safeguarding your finances against recession. Diversify investments. Step 2 is to spread out your investments. The stock market's been a bit wild lately and it's expected to keep doing its roller coaster thing. But stay cool, stay diversified, and think long term, especially when you're talking recession. Even when things get rocky, stick to your investment plan. Diversify your portfolio with a mix of stocks, bonds, and other instruments to spread out the risk. The further you are from big goals like retirement, the more time you have for that compound interest to do its thing. Yes, even during recessions. If retirement is just around the corner, don't hit the panic button. Chat with a professional to work out a solid financial plan. Remember, some investments kick back dividends or interest. If you're feeling the income pinch during a recession, consider redirecting the money to your bank account instead of reinvesting it for a while. Plus, you can always diversify your income streams. Think freelancing, babysitting, online selling, or part-time retail gigs, especially when seasonal work is up for grabs. Having multiple income streams not only helps you build that wealth up faster, but allows you to boost that emergency fund quicker. It can also be a good backup if the job market gets tricky during a recession. Decrease discretionary spending. Step 3 is to trim discretionary spending. It's a smart move not just for your money, but for your whole financial health. Cut back on discretionary spending and tighten up that household budget. The money you save can be important for beefing up your emergency fund and meeting other essential needs during the times of economic downturn. Keeping tabs on your spending, especially when the economy is shaky, is very important. If your emergency fund isn't sitting pretty at 3 to 6 months of expenses, it's time to dial down your spending and bulk up that reserve. Be ready in case of income loss or a downturn. To get started with this goal, review your monthly spending against your income. Take a peek at those bank statements and find places where you can make cuts or temporarily pause expenses. Those small savings add up over time and can make a big difference. Pay down debt and stay liquid. Step 4 is to tackle debt and stay liquid. During a recession, besides building that emergency fund, your top priority is to kick debt to the curb. Take a swing at it, especially the high-interest ones like credit cards. It can really ease the pressure when things get tough. Having hefty, high-interest debt, especially with rising credit card rates and steep living costs, isn't a great combo. In any economic scenario, cutting down on high-rate consumer debt, especially credit cards, is a must. It's a key move to be financially ready for a recession. Borrowing for big things like a home or education is one thing, but high-rate consumer debt can mess with your financial stability and wealth. There are a few well-known strategies for tackling high-interest debt. There's the snowball method, where you start with the smallest debts, pay them off, and gain momentum as you move on to the bigger ones. And there's the avalanche method, where you focus on wiping out the debts with the highest interest first. Ideally, the avalanche method shrinks your overall debt payments over time as you bid goodbye to those major debts and keep things liquid. But the snowball method could have you gaining momentum faster by paying down smaller debts first. Check out our other videos where we compare these two methods. Continue to educate yourself. The last step is to keep learning and stay informed. The fear of losing your job during a recession is real, especially when you're reliant on that income. And the truth is, everyone needs that income. So how do you safeguard it? Make sure you're a valuable asset even when the job market is tight. Take a look at your skills and knowledge, compare them to the current market, and figure out where you can step in or what you need to brush up on to stay on top of things. This goes for self-employed people too. Stay sharp on the latest trends, explore training opportunities, and consider taking on new clients or projects to boost your experience. Timing is key here. Take action now, before the job market chills out and companies hit pause on hiring. If you can up your game now, it not only helps you keep your current position, but also makes you a more valuable player while businesses weather the potential storm of a recession. In the face of economic uncertainty, these 5 steps aren't just financial strategies, they're your hedge against the roller coaster that may come. Building that emergency fund isn't about numbers, it's about ensuring you have a lifeline when unexpected waves hit. Diversifying your investments isn't a suggestion, it's a strategic move to navigate the financial uncertainty with resilience. Trimming discretionary spending isn't a budgeting tip, it's saying that your hard-earned dollars are precious and you're directing them purposefully. Tackling debt isn't a financial duty, it's a freedom towards financial abundance, and continually educating yourself isn't just about career growth. It's a commitment to being an indispensable person, even in crazy times. The stress of job loss, the craziness of market fluctuations, they're real. But with these challenges comes an opportunity for improvement. See yourself not just as weathering the downturns, but emerging stronger, wiser, and financially resilient. Of course, facing a recession is no walk in the park when it comes to your wallet. But if we do hit that rough patch and you're ready for it, you won't just survive, you'll come out on the other side wiser about handling your money. This might be your first rodeo as an adult, but recessions aren't a one-time deal. So what will you do now? Will you let the fear linger, or will you take these steps and transform fear into strength? The time to act is now. Your financial freedom is not only a series of steps, it's also a journey of resilience, empowerment, and winnings. Embrace it, live it, take charge of your financial story, and let these steps guard you towards a future where you not only survive, but thrive. Thanks so much for watching. Drop a comment and let us know which of the tips above you're putting into action next. If you found value in this video, give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.